Someone recently DM'd me and asked for my opinion on banning smartphones for under 16-year-olds. And as someone with an 11-year-old daughter, I have an opinion. I gave my daughter her first phone when she started walking to and from school by herself. Honestly, I was more than happy to just give her a Nokia. The reason I didn't is because I didn't want her to get bullied. Because I do think kids get bullied based on the phones they have. I remember being in high school. It was when I was in year 9 that Blackberries started to become popular. At one point, Blackberries were more popular than iPhones. Blackberries were the phone to have. Not everyone in my class had a Blackberry, but the ones that did were loving life. Us kids with the Nokia, the flip phones, we got bullied for it. So I got my daughter a smartphone so that she wouldn't get bullied, basically. Because in my mind, she had no use for any apps. This was when she was 10, so this was year 6. Her primary school was right round the corner from our house. That's why halfway through year 6, I started to let her walk there by herself. And now she's in high school, she gets herself to and from school every day. I did let my daughter have TikTok last year. And a couple of months ago, I deleted it. Because I realised, even though I was keeping an eye on it, I have full access to her phone. Even though I was keeping an eye on the TikTok, I realised it was not good for her mental health and I deleted her account. And I'm glad I did, and actually if I could go back in time, I wish I'd never let her have it. There is a reason it's for 13-year-olds plus. The reason I let her have it is because all her friends did, and I didn't want her to feel left out. My mistake, I shouldn't have let her have it, I deleted it. She's fine, nothing crazy harmful came out of her having TikTok, but I realised it was not good for her, I deleted it. Some of her friends still have it. I don't care, I've deleted it. It's good for her. It's best for her. Banning smartphones, it won't work. I can't see it happening. But as parents, we should be more responsible for their phones. I don't know if some parents realise, and the reason I say don't some realise is because I don't see a lot of parents do this, but you can fully control from your own phone how much access your child has to their phone. Like my daughter, after a certain time, if she wants to use an app, she has to enter a passcode that I've set. And if I don't give her the passcode, she's not going on the app. I go through her phone, I go through her messages. And some people will say, oh, but what about your child's phone privacy? Fuck their privacy. When it comes to their phone, fuck their privacy. We're talking about 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds. My daughter's 11, she's nearly 12. I'm going to go through her phone, and she knows I do. It's not like I mean, my daughter doesn't actually have a diary, but it's not like a diary where I'm sneaking into her room, going through her stuff. She knows I go through her phone. And I know she deletes messages. I've had that issue recently. As a parent, I feel like I should be going through her phone. She's 11. I'm responsible. She's an 11. Your child's brain is not fully formed. I think if you are a parent of a young child, and honestly, I'm going to say up until the age of at least 15, 16, if you're not going through your child's phone, if you're not checking to see what they're doing, if you're just letting them on these apps and not having any clue what they're doing on these apps, I think you're irresponsible. Not saying you're a bad parent, I think you're irresponsible. Which could be the same thing, it's up to you, it's subjective. I don't think smartphones will ever be banned, but I do think, yeah, if you're going to let your child have a smartphone, you've got to be responsible for it. You've got to make sure your child is safe. Like I said, I've made mistakes. I should not have let her have TikTok at the age of 11. I shouldn't have done it. I was keeping an eye on it, but it weren't enough. I shouldn't have let her have it in the first place. I deleted it a few months ago. She's not getting it back anytime soon. If you are not going through your child's phone, you are not keeping them safe.